Hello. So in this video, I'll walk through the executive dashboard I built for Netflix's leadership team based on the NLP analysis from Assignment 2. The purpose of this dashboard is to translate 5,000 raw mobile app reviews into the answers leadership actually needs. Our users happy? What specifically are they unhappy about? And where should we invest to improve retention? The audience is Netflix's C-suite, non-technical decision makers. So the entire design is built around clarity and action, not technical depth. Three design principles drove every choice. First, lead with KPIs, not methodology. Executives shouldn't see TF, ADF, or coefficients on the front page. And second, translate model output into business-friendly complaint categories. And third, every chart should imply an action. So the dashboard is structured around four strategic questions, which are our mobile users satisfied? And is sentiment getting better or worse over time? What are users actually complaining about in categories we can fix? And can we automatically triage every new review as a real-time signal? And where should engineering invest to move the retention needle? Each tab maps one of those questions. Executive summary, you can see the tab here, executive summary, drivers of dissatisfaction, and the live review classifier and strategic recommendations. So assignment 2 produces three technical artifacts, a logistic regression sentiment classifier with F1 above 0.90, a topic model identifying complaining themes, and a list of high coefficient negative words. None of those are useful to a CEO in their raw form. So in this dashboard, I translated each into an executive-friendly output. The classifier becomes a single F1 number into the KPI strip, labeled classifier F1 on held out test set. So you can see it's right here, which signals model credibility without explaining how it works. So the topic model themes become five named complaint categories: playback and streaming, login and account, billing and subscription, app stability, and content library. These are categories an executive can immediately route to product. And the list of high coefficient negative words become a keyword rule tagger. Every negative review is automatically labeled with which of those five categories it mentions. The dashboard then shows what share of negative reviews fall into each category, so leadership can see a glance with which problem area is the largest. So every visualization in the dashboard is chosen for executive readability. The KPI strip at the top uses four large number cards. Total reviews, average rating, percentage negative, a percent negative highlighted in Netflix red, and model F1. Executives can absorb the headline state of the world in 3 seconds. And the executive summary tab shows a stacked area chart of sentiment share over time, color-coded red for negative and green for positive, spike signal incident windows, which is exactly the level of detail leadership needs. Below that, a rating distribution bar chart, and a platform comparison chart complete the at-a-glance overview. The drivers tab, uses a horizontal bar chart of complaint categories sorted by share of negative reviews. Horizontal bars are the right choice when the labels are multi-word. They remain readable. Each bar is annotated with a percentage in plain text. Throughout the dashboard, I deliberately avoided word clouds and overly dense visuals. Every chart is built in Plotly, so the executive can hover for exact numbers, and every chart has an annotated headline above it, explaining what it means. So the dashboard has 6 interactive components, all chosen to support actual decision conversations. 3 sidebar filters. So on the left, you can see a platform, star rating range, and date range. Let the leadership slice the data. For example, show me only Apple App Store 1-star reviews. So we can do this. Apple's App Store and only 1-star review. So you can do that. Filters cascade through every chart. And inside the drivers tab, a category drop down lets the executive pick a complaint category. So you can see from here. And see the 5 representative real reviews. So the category is grounded in actual user voice, not just a number. they can pick out of these 5. The live review classifier tab is the most strategically important interactive piece, so which is here. The executive tastes any review, hits classify, and instantly sees a positive or negative verdict, a confidence percentage, and a chart of the words that drove the prediction. This turns an abstract classifier into a tangible Quake tool, and it lets executives test the model with their own examples to build trust before deploying it into production. So communicating model results to a non-technical audience requires 3 things: a single credibility signal, a tangible demonstration, and explainability. So the credibility signal is the F1 number in the KPI strip. With a Fuster noting, it was measured on a held-out test set. The tangible demonstration is the live classifier. So this one, far more convincing than a metric. And the explainability comes from the per prediction word contribution chart. So when the model says negative, it shows exactly which words pulled it that way. An executive can verify the model's reasoning is sensible without needing to read the sklearn documentation. So concretely, here are 3 ways that leadership can use this dashboard. So first, in weekly business reviews, open the executive summary tab to see if % negative is trending up. If a spike appears, filter by platform and data range to localize whether it's an iOS issue, an Android issue, or some cross-platform. Then route to the right engineering lead. Second, when prioritizing the next quarter's mobile roadmap, open the drivers tab. Open this tab, and the category bar chart is essentially a prioritized backlog. The largest bar is the largest source of negative sentiment. The strategic recommendations tab maps each category to a concrete P0 or P1 action. Third, deploy the underlying classifier in production as a real-time review triag system. So right here, every new App Store review gets auto-tagged by category and routed to the right team's queue. Fixes are then A/B tested against 7 and 30-day retention, closing the loop back to the original Q1 2022 churn problem. So to sum up, the strengths of the dashboard is that the dashboard makes a 5,000 review corpus navigable in seconds, translates a black box classifier into business categories executives that can act on, and also turns the model from a notebook artifact into a live decision support tool. However, there are still some limitations. So the App Store reviewers are a self-selecting polarized sample. So the dashboard shows relative drivers of dissatisfaction, not the absolute prevalence. The complaint categories are keyword-based and would miss novel issues phrased in unfamiliar ways. And the data is a single 5,000 review snapshot. Production deployment should retrain continuously on a streaming feed, ideally combined with some fresh telemetry and support ticket data for the full coverage. And that's it. Thank you for watching.